6:34. What am I talking about? 8:30. Don't know what's going on.
Wishful thinking,
wobbly
I
timey
don't know.
by me this morning. You're watching and listening to Breakfast with Stephen and Anne. QAn.
Well, yes, I know, but I've been looking at the Sunday Times. No, I'm looking for Britain's best hotel.
Oh.
And according to the Times, it is the Retreat at Elcott Park in Berkshire. Looks absolutely...
It does look very nice.
We could go there for a couple of days, put our feet up and swim in the pool. Wouldn't that be nice?
Nice.
Okay, I'll find out more for you.
Yeah, I'll fancy that.
Yeah, shall we have a look at the front pages to start with then? And let's go to the Times. Which says the panicking Tories are planning tough new laws on asylum.
The Guardian, ministers accused of... It's not The Guardian, it's Observer. Talking about it was Sunday, isn't it? Yeah. Ministers are accused of spoiling for a fight with nurses over pay.
And then the pharmacies are going to be drafted in to break the NHS strike, according to the Telegraph.
Mail on Sunday has its serialisation going on about Matt Hancock's pandemic diaries, and also has an exclusive from a Palace insider who says the royals are weary of Harry and Meghan. Bet they are.
I think other people are too.
We are.
The Mirror calls Meghan and Harry's Netflix series utterly explosive, saying it's worse than the royals can imagine. However, nobody's seen it yet.
Well, they must have had a preview.
Do you think they have?
Yeah, you get, if you've got the right thing, you get a preview code and you can just watch it on your TV at home. I've done that in the past. So you get to see it quite a bit in advance. Yeah, so there you go.
So apparently it's utterly explosive.
Sunday People says, yes we can, as millions get ready for the Three Lions battle against Senegal tonight.
And the Star goes even further and says we should all rub Gary Lineker's ears for good luck. I don't understand that one really.
No, I don't want to rub his ears.
No.
Frankly, Gary Lineker. No,
I know, is he the key to us?
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Just waffles on with his pretense of a moustache, doesn't he?
Oh, is that what it is?
What is that about?
It's a 5 o'clock shadow.
It's like, just either have a moustache or don't have a moustache. That thing looks terrible.
You think with all his money he could afford a proper one?
Well, get one transplanted on Gary, you're loaded. What's the BBC pay him? About 4 million quid a year.
A moustache transplant? Do they do things like
that? You just have anything transplanted. Just about. Let's go through the papers then with broadcaster Claire Muldoon and legendary broadcaster David Hamilton. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. It's 20 to 7, by the way.
It is now.
I'm losing.
You're wishing time away.
I am. Sunday Times, David, looking at what the Tories are planning to deal with illegal migration.
Yes, indeed. They are planning to put every illegal immigrant in detention on arrival. They're planning to put a cap on the number of people granted asylum at 20,000 a year. And in a poll, 84% of people say the government is handling illegal immigration, handling the problem badly. I'm surprised it's as low as that, 84%. I'd have thought, who on earth could think that they were handling it well?
So what was the figure for the cap?
20,000.
Well,
yeah,
we've
20,000.
already had 34,000 over in dinghies this year so far, and with a projection of another 3,000 before the year is out. So we're already...
That's illegal. I mean, the cap is presumably legal migration, isn't it?
Yes, you don't put a cap on illegal.
No.
Well, can you put a cap on anything? Because that's the thing that's really going to have to help us and stop everything.
Legal net migration has hit 504,000 this year.
But apparently our government has been talking to the government in... Albania, thank you. It's completely gone brain freeze. Yeah, we've been talking to them for a couple of years now, and they have come to some sort of agreement whereby Albanian illegal immigrants will be literally just turned around and sent back. How that's going to work, I don't know.
I'm surprised that so many people want to come here. I mean, have they heard about all the strikes and have they heard about, all the problems that we're dealing with? Why does everybody want to come here?
I tell you what's interesting in that, the claims in the Sunday Times is that they would make it so that anyone who tried to cross illegally would never be allowed to settle in the UK.
Yeah.
Legally.
I mean, there'd be a black mark against them.
There'd be a black mark against them, and that is it. Now, that's a good deterrent, isn't it?
I'll tell you what bothers me is that we've heard all this before, haven't we, from Priti Patel. Now we're hearing it from Suella Braverman. We hear an awful lot of talk, but no action. It's really time, let's just do something.
Yeah. Well, fair point. Your thoughts on that, please. Get in touch this morning. Sunday Telegraph, Claire, looking at a winter of strikes.
Well, we know we are. Nurses are going on strike, Royal Mail going on strike, rail workers going on strike, both from the ASLEF and the RMT. What is left to do then in this country? We've got snow predicted next week. We've got 49% of the country aren't Christian. Well, that'd be 1 in 2 of us then not supporting Christmas or buying Christmas cards. I don't think that's going to happen. No. Clue is in the name, I have to say. Anyway, pharmacies drafted in to break the NHS strike. This has been mooted under Theresa Coffey when she was Health Secretary under Liz Truss. Pharmacies have always been used as the first in triage of ailments, or if your child is sick or whatever, it would be the local pharmacist, and I think that's a great model to use. However, now what the government are proposing is that pharmacists will be enabled to prescribe things like antibiotics. The flip side of that, of course, is the fact that lots of people have built up immunity to antibiotics, and if we just start giving them out again, what will be the net result of that in terms of
well, they'd have to dish them out under guidelines.
Well, yes, but you say that. But then, have you ever seen how busy pharmacies are at the moment?
I know.
You know, people can go there for the flu jabs. They can go there for, lots of different things. And I think it's great.
But pharmacists are, I think we all acknowledge, very clever.
Very,
and are really good at what they
qualified.
do. But have they been trained to be diagnosticians? Because if you've got somebody going in with a child who's poorly, or if you're feeling bad yourself, how does the pharmacist tell whether or not antibiotics should be prescribed?
Well, that's the age-old question, isn't it? And there's a view of thought both in the professional lives of GPs and indeed pharmacists that antibiotics might not work. But on the flip side of that, children are dying from strep A. You know, we've had 6 deaths or something? So we've got these unmanageable infections rising, I think, due in part to lockdown, because children were not able to mix with one another, and therefore the natural ability to not transfer on infections or bugs or viruses was completely and utterly diminished. So, yes, I think this is a good thing. 2, it's been a point that's been mooted for such a long time. 3, when will we see it actually happen?
Got to pay pharmacists more.
And we'd love to hear from some pharmacists. If there's anyone watching at the moment, if you work in a pharmacy or you are the pharmacist, are you happy at this new role, at this new responsibility? Do you feel you'd be able to do it? Would you be able to cope?
I think they'd jump on it as an opportunity, but there's been a big problem with pharmacies and the contracts they get from government, in that they're not getting enough funding.
Well, would they have the confidentiality area within the pharmacy as well?
They've all got a consultancy room.
Not all of them, I don't think, have they?
Yeah, they've all got a little one, But anyway, let us know if you're a pharmacist or a community pharmacist.
Please do, yes.
Love to know.
I mean, they were drafted in to do all of the jabbing, weren't they, the vaccine?
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a fantastic job.
They have.
Sunday Mirror, David. Harry and Meghan. I am dreading this programme.
It's our favourite topic, isn't it? Harry and Meghan. And according to the Mirror, the Netflix show is going to be worse than the royal family could ever imagine. I mean, how can it be worse than we've heard already? And I think, actually, Stephen, you might have seen some of this, have you?
Well, I've not seen it, no, but there will be. I mean, people like this in the Mirror will have seen it.
There will be previews that people will be seeing, and we're going to see it very soon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Is it this later on?
It's coming on this week.
Later on this week, yeah. You see, what I don't get about these two is this. Without the royal family, what would either of them be? She would be a little-known actress. God knows what he would be doing, and yet they spend the whole time rubbishing the very institution that has made them everything that they are today. We're going to have the Netflix series. After this, we're going to have his book. I mean, how much CRA
you see all of
throw
that
at the royal family?
And I don't disagree with a word that you have said. However, I will be tuning in to watch it.
Why?
Because I'm intrigued. The Oprah Winfrey interview was a complete car crash. It proved on so many levels that Meghan didn't tell the truth on at least 3 points. But this is, and they had their own cameraman at Buckingham Palace when Mexit happened. I'm just intrigued to see what their view is. And whilst the royal family are saying they're weary of it, I'm weary about listening to them. But I'm guilty of funding the absolute oxygen into their rhetoric and their narrative.
Well, it's
interesting. And I will be watching?
The People saying on their front page, William or Harry, the public will have to choose. Well, I think the public will choose William and Catherine.
Well, I think what's interesting is what the Americans think, because, I read in one paper, I think it was yesterday, that Harry and Meghan are winning the battle in America. And you think, well, how gullible are they to buy this hogwash that we're all being given? I mean, one thing that gets to me, there have been so many lies, so many things that have been said that turn out to be absolutely untrue. So, what can you believe of what we're going to see?
The whole of South Africa out on the streets celebrating their wedding.
Yes, that's
and
right. More than
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela's homecoming. And another one of I think it's the Sun on Sunday, are saying that William has already made it known that he will fight back. He's not going to take it lying.
Well, I hope so. I mean, not that I like people washing their dirty laundry in public, and I don't think family affairs need be that way. However, this is a publicly funded family that does a lot for the country, especially after the Queen's passing. I think it's really quite in bad taste. But I do hope William does stand his ground. I do hope they do refute any of the accusations that will come from this Netflix documentary. And I think Netflix are actually distancing themselves from the couple themselves. So that's quite interesting too.
Wow.
No, they are.
Well, still paid them 85 million quid in the show.
A lot of money riding on it, isn't there?
You will want to get your money back, won't you?
Yeah. I think we should have a study of narcissism. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Well, you do wonder. I'm losing. As I keep saying, I've tried to be so patient, always liked Harry, tried to be supportive of Meghan when she joined the royal family. And it's just worn me down now.
I don't know if we've got it to show you. I know that it's there around somewhere. There's this little video that Harry has brought out overnight for one of his charities.
And it's the Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Spider-Man.
Little soldiers.
It's absolutely beautiful. And it just you look at it and you think, this is the Harry we miss.
Love, yeah.
Yeah, this is the Harry we knew and loved.
He was such a happy chap.
I don't know if we've got it.
No, we haven't, no.
We'll find it for you a bit later, but it's absolutely charming. And it just made me feel so sad.
The image of him was, when he was younger, was such a happy, likeable, lovable bloke, wasn't it? And now he's just turned into a sort of misery, whinging and whining about absolutely everything.
And frankly, even if any of their whinges are justified, haven't they made their point on this? How many times are they going to revisit it?
I think Claire's point is interesting, is it? Because, you watch it despite yourself, because part of it, you actually just can't believe it. You couldn't make it up, could you? You think, can they really be saying this?
You see, this is what I don't understand. If you're sort of thinking that they're spinning lies, right, and causing problems, why watch it? I just couldn't sit there and watch it. In all good conscience, I couldn't watch it.
But as a journalist, you have to.
No,
but you must have watched the Diana interview on Panorama.
Yes, but that was different. That was years ago.
Isn't that what Harry and Meghan are doing themselves now? They're trying to blow up the royal family, aren't they?
It sells newspapers, and it will sell Netflix, won't it? And that's what it's all about. It comes down to money at the end of the day.
It's sad that they've got no good guidance, which is clear, because one of the chief executive of Archwell has just resigned after 14 months in the job. They don't seem to have any good, solid guidance or good people behind them. Where have her parents disappeared to?
Well, she's alienated her own family.
Well,
we don't know about
her mother.
No, maybe not her mother. But she's got problems within her own family, and now they seem to be causing problems within Harry's, and it's just so sad.
Finish up with Billy No Mates.
Well, yeah, I'm afraid it's going that way. Let's just have a quick look at the Sunday People, should we? Yes, we can.
Is it coming home, David?
Sunday People. Oh, yes, we're on to that one.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, it's the big match tonight.
Is it really? What match? I missed something.
No,
what's happening tonight?
Even I'm going to watch
What's happening tonight?
Well, you're Scottish, so you wouldn't know.
Football, are they?
England and Senegal are playing tonight, and it's very interesting because it's going to be on ITV, and apparently England never win on ITV.
Oh dear.
Since 1990, we've won just twice when we've been screened on ITV in 15 World Cup appearances. So it appears as though Gary Lineker is our lucky charm.
Oh.
I thought I would never say that, but,
No.
but there you
There
are.
was one very famous football match, wasn't there, that was screened by ITV, and they took the decision to go to a commercial break. Then there was a goal. So they missed it.
Oh, God. Well, I don't think that will happen tonight. I mean, I think there is a lot of feeling. I don't think we played Senegal before in the World Cup, and there's a lot of feeling that, you know, one of the things that's impressed me is that they seem to be so happy out there. When you see them training, you know, they look like there's a great camaraderie. They look like they're really enjoying themselves, and I think that means a lot. Perhaps having the WAGs there helps as well. The only thing I would say is that every year, don't we build ourselves up, and if they do go out, it's going to be such a downer, isn't it? So we really have to hope that the curse of ITV doesn't work tonight.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Look, thank you both. We'll catch up with you a little bit later on.